haul video. I know I said I was going to be slowing down, but I literally don't think I've bought this many eyeshadow palettes in a really long time. I have more coming. There's only 3 in this video, but brace yourself. There's going to be another 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, there's 6. And I'm still planning on getting 2 other ones. So, yeah. But I've sold a few palettes. But let's get into the video because I don't want you guys to be delayed too much. So the first thing that I'm going to get into, I actually bought this off of Mercari. So this is a brand that Mary Moods and Makeup, my dear friend here on YouTube, keeps on asking me to try, and I finally just decided to pick up one of their palettes for myself. And I got the Glam Shop, I think this is called Principles and Basics palette. They are a Polish brand, so I am not going to pronounce the name because it's all in Polish, but I got the Basics and Principles palette. I believe that's the translation for this. Correct me if I'm wrong below, but I believe it's like back to basics and neutrals like of eyeshadow. So this is the palette I picked up, and I actually picked this palette up on Mercari. So this is what the outer packaging looks like, and then on the back it says their website and how much it weighs and everything, I think. I think that's what it says, right? Actually, no. It just says a 9-pan palette. I do see that it says 9. So, and then it says all the ingredients on the inside palette. And then it has the same inner packaging. And then when you open it up, this palette I did have to clean up quite a bit. I'll tell you guys about the formula in a minute. I'm just going to show you the inner palette. So it does come with a mirror, but you guys know I never use these. And then this is the 9-pan palette. And of course I had to pick up a neutral palette, but this was the only 9-pan that I saw available that I like really interested me. There was like 2 other ones that weren't really like wearable color stories that I would wear all the time, but I think this was one of the only 9-pans available on Mercari. So I've always been interested in trying them. I'll get into this, like the shades and everything in a minute, but I just wanted to tell you why I bought it off of Mercari. Was because I just wanted to really try their eyeshadow formula. So I just wanted to pick up one palette, because if you do decide to order from Glam Shop, you do have to pay for it to be shipped to the US, and I think it's like $20. Because I did convert it into US dollars and it was a little bit expensive, so I was like, let me just see if I can find one on Mercari or Poshmark, and this one came up, so I decided to snag it. And I only paid $4.50 for shipping for this rather than like $20. I mean, I was going to get a few things off the Glam Shop website because I did have a sale last month. I forgot for what holiday because I picked this up back in September and now it's October, so I'm not really sure why they were having the sale. Maybe, I think it was for Labor Day. I can't remember. But that's a American holiday, so but they were having like a 30% off, and I wanted to pick up some stuff because of the sale, but I didn't want to pay for the shipping. So I got it off Mercari. I got it from this really nice seller. She was very sweet, got it out super fast to me. It only took a couple days, and she wrapped it pretty well, like the outside, but the inside had like these foam coverings on it. And one of the shades did come a little bit cracked, which is like this pressed glitter right here. But I was able to just press it back together with my finger and it was fine. So I'm going to show you guys the shades. So here are the 9 shades in the palette. So we have 6 mattes and 3 shimmers. So I do like that this palette is more matte heavy. So we have like this, I'm not going to read the names because again, they're all in Polish. So we have this matte ivory. We have like this shimmery, light ivory shade. We have like this more taupey glitter. We have like some neutral tone browns here, warm tone browns, which you guys know I love. We have like this mustardy brown color, this warm, dark tone brown, and then like this really deep, almost brownish black. And then we have like this brown shimmer. So these are the 9 shades. And so far, from what I've used in this palette, because I've only used it twice, it's really, really nice. The only thing is that with the mattes, I would suggest using like kind of like a softer brush, because usually I use brushes that have like more pointier ends when I do like my like defining shade here. So I tend to pick up the pigment this way. Maybe I should start picking up the pigment this way, because if I go this way with these mattes, they will pick up and they will kind of dent the shadow a little bit. They are extremely pigmented, but they also pick up a lot of kickback. So just keep that in mind. But you will dent the shadow. I don't know if all the palettes are like that, but that's just what I experienced mostly with the 2 deepest shades, because those would be the shades that I would use to deepen up like my defining area or my outer corner. So these are some of the shades. So that's that beautiful like glittery color. It's not really a pressed glitter. It's like a super shimmery shadow, and it's so gorgeous with tons of glitter in it. And then that's that light white like shimmer, and that's like that mustardy yellow matte. So they're really, really pretty. I'll swatch one more for you guys, and again, very pigmented. There is quite a bit of kick up when I pick it up, but these shadows blend out so beautifully on the eyes. I know that's a terrible swatch. They don't swatch the greatest because they're so pigmented, and they do pick up quite a bit of kickback. So that's the only complaint that I have, but other than that, the formula is solid, blends beautifully on the eyes. So yeah, I was really happy that I decided to try this brand, and maybe we'll try more in the future, just not at this moment because there's too many palettes that are coming and I'm getting a bit overwhelmed. Okay, now we do have some Colourpop to get into. I actually don't have too many things that I ordered. I only ordered a couple of things for a giveaway, and then I ended up keeping some things for myself. And I did order just a couple of things from the new Hocus Pocus collection, but those are the only things I picked up from Colourpop recently. Haven't really picked up too much. I just picked up 2 palettes that I've been eyeing for a long time. That I picked up this first palette because I wanted to use this in one of my live giveaways, and I did give away this palette in the live. And I've been eyeing this palette since it came out, so I finally just decided to pick it up so I could use it in the live, and then I ended up loving it. So the palette I decided to get was the Colourpop Lust for Dusk Pressed Powder Palette. Oh my god, you guys, this has quickly become one of my favorite palettes that I've tried in this year for Colourpop. This is such a great palette. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. And then when you open it up, it does have the same inner packaging. And what I really love about this palette is that it is a 16 pan palette. Sorry for the liner marks that are on my hand. That happened when I put liner on earlier because I had to redo some of my makeup. Because it like wears off when I'm like at my boyfriend's house, because like we just like lay down and snuggle and stuff, and sometimes it wears off. So anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with like the wearability of everything. So yeah, so this one is a 16 pan palette, no mirror, which I actually really do like because again, I never use the mirrors. And then this is the 16 pan palette. This is one of the most beautiful color stories that they have done. I think I haven't really been intrigued on picking up any neutral palettes from Colourpop this year, but this one just caught my eye. I think this is such a beautiful mixture of warm tones and cool tones. And then you have these super sparkly shimmers in here. That this is such a great palette to transition from day to night. And I've been obsessed with this palette. I love it so much, you guys. This is one of their best formulas as well. These shimmers are so blinding on the lid. I really have been loving this palette. So first off, we have Sunset Chaser, Wild Sky, Shaken, and Moonlighting. Then we have Hot Glam, Quiet Storm, Mixer, and Eventide. Then we have Night Lovers, Horizon, Take the Lead, and Miser. And then we have That's Neat, After Dark, Serve Chilled, and Twilight. So we do get a great amount of mattes in this palette. Some mattes with shimmer, which I don't mind at all. I actually think they're sometimes with the mattes with shimmer are a little bit more silky as opposed to like true mattes, which can tend to be more pigmented but more dry. None of these shades are dry in here. All of them blend beautifully. And this pressed glitter, Quiet Storm, is super similar to the formula that's in the Hocus Pocus palette, which is like my favorite glitter from Colourpop, because I'm not a huge fan of their glitters, but when they do glitters like this, they are really, really good. And I have been dying to put this shade on my lid again because I loved it. And that's the shade that I used in my, when I first used the palette on the live. And these are just so beautiful. Look at these shimmers. These are some of the most metallic shades from Colourpop I've ever owned. Like, they're just beautiful, full of glitter. So that one is Quiet Storm, Sunset Chaser, and Shaken. So gorgeous. And then I'll swatch a couple of the mattes. I don't want to be here all day, but I do want to swatch a couple of the mattes for you guys. Let's just go down the row. They're really nice and pigmented. Like, I was really impressed with this palette because, like, I liked the Tinkerbell and the Lizzie McGuire and the Powerpuff Girls, but honestly, all of this palette is way more pigmented than those, and I think that these blend out really, really nicely, and the shades are super, super soft. So we have Mixer, Take the Lead, and Serve Chilled, not Twilight, sorry. Sorry again about that swatch, but it is like on my knuckle here, but so pretty. I really have been loving this palette, and looks will be coming with it very, very soon because I've just been loving this palette. I can't say enough good things. This is like gonna be a contender for the top palette of Colourpop that I tried this year. It's my favorite so far. So, and then the next palette that I got, I originally got for a giveaway, but I decided to keep it for myself because I don't own this palette. And I decided to keep it for myself, and I ended up falling in love with it. And I've been wanting this palette for a long time as well. And I'm so glad I kept it because this palette is good, you guys. Just as good as the Lust for Dusk. This one is very pigmented as well. So I decided to keep the Colourpop Wine and Only Pressed Powder palette. This is one of the 9-pan palettes. This packaging is so adorable, you guys. Like, they just nail it. If they don't nail it with the formula, they always nail it with the packaging. So most people say that don't like Colourpop say that they nail it with the packaging, and they really, really do. Sorry, I'm just wiping some of those swatches off. So this is the Wine and Only palette, and this is the palette I'm wearing on my eyes today. I actually just finished testing it out today, and you guys, I really, really love it. So this is the inner packaging. So this has the older plastic packaging on it, which I don't mind at all. I kind of really like the plastic packaging or the cardboard packaging. And then when you open it up, there is a mirror in here, which again I don't use. And then this is the 9-pan Wine and Only palette. You guys, I don't know why I didn't think that this was gonna be like deep enough on my eyes. When you first look at it, you really think that these colors aren't going to be that deep. When you actually apply them, they deepen up so much on your eyes. You're like, wow, it's really like a rich, deep red look that I was searching for this palette, and it's so pretty. So anyway, so we have Blanc, Sip Sip, and Major Chianti, sorry. Then we have Cast a Chateau, Play to Wine, and Mull It Over. And then we have Vinter, Non Cherie, and Grateful. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to read the font. It kind of blends in. It like reflects off the light a little bit, so it's a little bit hard to read. So that's what it looks like. I'll give you guys a little bit of a close-up. So pretty. Oh my god, I was really impressed with this palette too. So we have 4 shimmers and 5 mattes. Again, I'm glad that this is more matte heavy. We had 6 shimmers in here, and then the rest were mattes, which is about 10, and well, 8 true mattes in here, and then 2 with shimmer. So, but I've just been loving both of these palettes. They're both like really great fall palettes. So I just wanted to swatch a couple of them for you guys. So, so, so good. These reds, again, some of the most pigmented shades I've ever used from Colourpop. Like, they do have some kick up, but look at that red. That one is mullet over. Then we have Blanc and then Play to Wine. Oh my god, I love this red shimmer. I'm going to swatch it a little bit better for you guys. It's so pretty on the lid, but really rich pigmented shades, and I was actually really impressed. I mean, again, I do love their formula, but these are very rich colors that I really have been wanting for fall time for a while from Colourpop, and I really do think that this palette can give you that. Again, I thought that these pinky shades were going to be lighter. They are so deep and rich in tone. They are so pretty on the eye. So I do have a couple of looks coming with this. Oh, let me just tell you what I'm wearing really quick. So for the crease, I took Major Chianti, and then I darkened up the crease with Mullet Over, and then I put Vinter on the outer corners, and then I put Blanc all over my lid. And I took a little bit on my inner corners. I did have a different shade on from Colourpop earlier, but it was just one of my singles. When I just decided to put this color in my inner corners, and it looks really, really pretty. And that's all I'm wearing from the palette. And I really, really like this look because, again, these mattes are super pigmented. So really, really impressed with this palette as well. So again, another great fall palette. Okay, and then I did order a couple of things from the Hocus Pocus collection. I was not a fan of the palette, but I did order the few pieces that I wanted to get. So first off, I had to order the mirror. I just thought this mirror would be so cute to do Halloween looks with. And I'm going to be using this mirror in every video for the month of October, and I'm super excited. I've already used it a couple of times, and it's just so friggin' adorable. Look at this packaging. And it says, I shall always be with you. And it's the same packaging on the outside. And then I'm just going to open it up. I mean, I've already used it a couple of times. And then the mirror looks like this. Obviously, the mirror's on the other side. But it has the little cat ears. And, sorry, my boyfriend's texting me. And then it says, I shall always be with you. And then it says, Disney's Hocus Pocus, and then Colourpop. It has like small print here, but I can't really read it very well. I don't know what that says. But it's just so cute. I love the packaging, everything, the design. I think it's so friggin' adorable. I definitely don't love this collection as much as the one last year, but there were a couple of cute pieces. The mirror is really a really, really cute touch. Then I did pick up the Spider Cutie Marc face stamp, and I picked this up because I do want to use this for a couple of Halloween looks, so that's why I decided to get this. And it's so cute with the packaging on the side with the eye, the spell book, the cauldron, the vacuum, the cat, and the spell book again. It's just so freaking cute. And then it has the same on the other side. And then when you open it up, the packaging again is really super, super cute. And it has like the spider on the cap. I don't like spiders, but I just thought this would be adorable to use for Halloween looks. And I'm not going to stamp it because this stains pretty bad. But it's actually really nice, and I just don't want to be wearing it the entire time. But maybe I'll just put it on really quick. But that's okay. We're not going to do that either, but I'm really excited to use that for a couple of Halloween looks that I have coming up. I finally filmed my first one last night, and I was up till like 1 a.m. in the morning finishing that look, so that one will be up in a couple days. Actually, probably the day after this haul goes up. So, and then the last two things that I got from the Hocus Pocus collection were two of the lip creams that came out. They came out with 3 lip creams, but I didn't pick up the black one, but I did pick up the other 2 shades. So the 2 shades that I got were Calming Circle and Tonight We Fly. So Tonight We Fly is Winnie's shade, and then Calming Circle is the other witch's shade. I always forget her name. So let's start off with Calming Circle, and of course you guys know I had to pick up the nude shade. This was the first shade that sold out, so I think that the lippies were the best part of this collection. I think that the lippy shades were really pretty. And this is the only one that I've worn. I've only worn it once and I really, really like it. I've been definitely getting into this lip cream formula. You know what? I'm forgetting 2 other things that I got from Colourpop. I almost forgot to show you these things. I was like, I didn't order anything else, and then I forgot there's 2 more lip creams in my bag. So, sorry about that. And then the other shade, well, I just showed you guys this one. Whoops. The other shade is Tonight We Fly. Again, the packaging is just so freaking cute on these. Sorry, I didn't really show you guys the packaging with like the vacuum and the broom. And then on the other side is the same thing. And then on the back it has like some, you know, skulls and cats, and it's just so adorable. And then the Winnie shade is more purple, and then it says the shade name on the bottom. And then this is the purple shade. I think that's such a gorgeous color, and I can't wait to use that for Halloween looks, so I'm really, really excited. And then I do have 2 more shades. Like, I was gonna film this video in a full gigantic haul. We would have been here forever hauling everything, so I'm glad I'm breaking it up into 2 parts. And then the last things that I got were 2 more of the lip creams. I needed to get these when they first launched, so I did pick up these 2 shades, and then I picked up these 2 for the Hocus Pocus collection. So these launched like a couple weeks ago, and I really wanted to try the formula because I really, really loved the glossy lip stain. So I wanted to see how these were different from the Velvet Luxe lipsticks. So the 2 shades that I got were Baby Spice and the Rachel. And the reason why I had to get these shade names was because, of course, I had to get Baby Spice because Baby Spice was my favorite Spice Girl. So I was like, I have to get it. And it's this really, really pretty, like, nudish baby pink shade. And it's such a pretty color. So that is the Baby Spice color. So pretty. Really, really like this one. And then the other shade is also a shade of pink. So I was kind of happy that the Hocus Pocus collection came out with a nude shade because I wanted to get a nude shade of these, but I wanted to get these 2 shades the most out of the shades that launched a couple weeks ago. And that's what the Rachel looks like. That's the color. The shade on the website is a little bit deceiving because it looks more nude. That one is the Rachel. It's more of like a deeper, warmer pink. The Baby Spice is more of like a cool toned, lighter pink. And this looks like more nude on their website, but then when I got it, I'm like, oh, this is just another shade of pink too, but that's okay because it is a really pretty shade. So that is everything that I picked up from Colourpop. And now let's get into everything that I picked up from Marshalls. So I've picked up quite a few things recently. So I'm just going to share those things with you guys. I've picked up quite a bit of highlighters. You know what? We don't have too many things left. I thought this was going to take forever, but it's not going to take that long. So since you guys know that Becca is no longer going to be sold in Sephora or on Sephora's website, unfortunately, they are going out of business. But Smashbox just recently announced like a week or 2 ago that they were going to be continuing to produce Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfectors, which is their most popular product besides their and their under eye brightening corrector. So that's really exciting, but I have been seeing a lot of Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfectors pop up at Marshall's. So I've been picking up the shades that I've been wanting for like a long time because these are only $12.99 at Marshall's. So I did pick up 2 colors. So the first one that I got was the shade Lilac Geode. So this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Lilac Geode. So that's what the packaging looks like. So pretty. I love like the amethyst packaging. I'm not going to read the description or anything like that. And then this is what the packaging looks like. I love that it has the lavender packaging, and then on the back it says Lilac Geode. And then when you open it up, this is what the shade looks like. I've only worn this one once so far. I probably should have worn this today, but I decided to wear a different highlighter. But that is the Lilac Geode shade. It is so, so pretty. It really is like a purple shimmery gold. And I don't really own anything like that in my collection. Honestly, Becca highlighters are super unique colors. They just, you know, they kill it with the highlighters. So this is a really gorgeous color, and I really hope that I can use this more, but I love it. I love the packaging. I love everything about it. It's gorgeous. And then the other one that I lucked out on finding was the Becca Passport to Glow Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in the shade Rose Quartz. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. So this is a collaboration that they did with Korea. So that's why it has like kind of like the floral packaging, and then on the back it just says the shade description and everything like that. And then the outer packaging is just silver, but again, I really do like that because these are different from the ones that I own, because I haven't picked up Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors since like Champagne Pop. Like, I'm not going to drop like $38 on a highlighter. I'll drop $12 on 2 highlighters. And then the inner packaging is just so beautiful for this because it has like the floral imprint on the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? Right? It's so pretty. So I'm just obsessed with the inner packaging, and it is such a gorgeous color. So damn pretty. So that is the shade. So Lilac Geode is on the top, and then Rose Quartz is on the bottom. So Rose Quartz is like a beautiful, like icy, frosty pink shade. And there was a darker version of the Rose Quartz shade, because the original Rose Quartz that came out with the Shimmering Skin Perfectors when they first came out with them was like a darker tone shade, but this one was more catered to lighter skin tones, since this is like more of a Asian complexion product, because they collaborated with Korea. They made it more of like a lighter tone, from what I'm thinking, because, you know, obviously Asian complexion is much lighter, like me. So I'm actually really happy about that. But that's awesome. I love that. But I also love that Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfectors have always catered to all skin tones. So they're like some of the only mainstream highlighters that really do cater to all skin tones. They're very inclusive for that. And then I ended up finding 2 other highlighters. One of them I actually really wanted. The other one was just a really good deal. So the first one that I found was the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer in the shade Guilty. And I've actually never tried any of his highlighters before, but I love that this is in the cherry packaging. I'm so excited. I was like, I have to get this. And it was only $17, which these are originally like $50. So I was like, that's a pretty good price. So actually, $17. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. It is just beautiful. I love the outer packaging. Look at this. It's so cute. I love the cherry packaging. I love this color. I love everything about this. It's so damn pretty. And then when you open it up, it has the, oh my god. It has the cherry insert, which again is adorable. And then this is the highlighter. Look how massive this is. I mean, you do get a massive amount of product, so that's why he charges so much. I mean, I've heard there's not too much product in here, to be honest. But I would never go through this in my life that it's fine. And it is worth $20 to me as opposed to like $50. So this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. Oh my God. And his texture is so buttery. It almost feels like a Colourpop Super Shock. That's what I could compare it to. I'm sure a lot of people have tried Colourpop Super Shock formula. That's what it feels like. But it's not like super putty-like. It feels like a really soft powder. And it's super pretty. It's a little bit dark for me, but I can make it work if I don't use too much. And it's really, really pretty. So I really have been enjoying this one. I'm so happy I found this highlighter. I just love the packaging. It's so adorable. And then the last highlighter that I got was only $3.99. And I don't really support this brand anymore full price because, oh my God, they are expensive and they don't cater to any deeper skin tones than like tan. But I did find this for $3.99 at Marshall's, so I decided to pick it up because these are like $20 full price. I'm like, Physicians Formula, where are you getting your prices at? I did want one of these when it came out because I do really like Physicians Formula butter highlighters. They're so underrated, but $17.99? No, thank you. But I did pick up the Rosé All Day Petal Glow highlighter in the shade Shimmering Rose. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. I actually can just pop it out of here. So this is the shade I decided to pick up from Marshall's, and then this is what it looks like. I just love the packaging, and it actually smells really good. So that's what it looks like. And then the highlighter, again, kind of has like that Super Shock kind of formula. So these are both very similar in formula, but this one is a little too deep for me. But I don't really care because it's $4. So, and I just think it's so pretty. And I might use it as like a, so that one is Shimmering Rose. I might use it as like an inner corner highlight. I could have used it as an inner corner highlight today. But honestly, I'm just taking off my makeup after this, so I didn't really care what my inner corner highlight was. Okay. And then we just have a few more things from Marshall's. So I did pick up one more item from Becca, and I just thought this was such a good price that I just decided to get it. I have owned this primer in the past, but I decided to pick it up at Marshall's. So this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter Face Primer. And I got it for $10. This is a $40 primer, you guys. I don't know why I didn't know about Marshall's before this. Like, when I first, like, you know, tried Becca. Holy crap, they were expensive. I remember saving up for, like, each Becca item that I used to try. And now I can just pick it up at Marshall's for $10. So, it is pretty nice. So, this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I love this primer. And I'm actually really excited to have it back in my collection. It's a super glowy product. So if you're not into that, you're not going to like it. But this is a little bit fragrance. And I don't remember it being fragranced. I just remember it being like super moisturizing. But it smells very perfumey. I don't know if that's going to bother me. But I used to love this primer. So I think I'm going to love it again. But I'm really excited that I have it back. So I picked that up. Let's not ramble too long, Caitlin. They don't need your life journey. And then I did also pick up 2 lippies. So I did get one of the MAC lippies because I do love finding MAC lipsticks at Marshall's. And I did find a cream sheen lipstick that I actually really wanted this shade for a little while, like back when it came out. So I picked up the MAC cream sheen lipstick in the shade Shy Girl. And this is actually a really, really pretty nude. And I really love the MAC Cream Sheen formula. And then this is what the shade looks like. It's like kind of like a warm tone peachy color. But it's so pretty on the lips. And you guys know I love these types of nudes. Like warm tone peachy shades are my jam. And it's just super pretty. So I got that. And then the last lippy that I got in this haul was the Nars lipstick in the shade Dolce Vita, and I'm actually wearing it on my lips today. So this is one of the older packaged lipsticks. I believe that they updated them to the Nars Audacious lipsticks, or this just might be the older formula. I'm not really sure if these were replaced by the Nars Audacious lipsticks. I'm pretty sure that they were, but this is the shade Dolce Vita. I just thought it was a really pretty, like, light pink color, and what I like about this is that it's pretty sheer, and it's so comfortable on the lips. I really have been enjoying this formula. It's really, really nice. It's super lightweight and moisturizing, and I love how it's kind of just like a wash-up color. It's super comfortable on the lips. Really do like, I've always loved Nars's lip products. I think they make amazing lip products, so they're just, you know, a little bit pricey. I think that was like $6 or $7, so I was like, yes, I will pay that. And then I think the last two things in here are not from Marshalls. So, the last two things from Marshalls, I can't find the outer packaging for this guy, but I did decide to pick up one concealer. And I did see that they had this in multiple shades available at Marshalls, and I've always wanted to try this concealer, but I think this was only like $8 or $9 when this concealer is like $30 full price. So I was like, yeah, I'll pay $8. So I decided to pick up the Cover FX Power Play Concealer, and this one is in the shade N Fair 2. And I actually really have been liking this concealer. I ended up liking this more than the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. I liked it. I tried that 3 times and then I returned it. And then I tried this a couple of times and I'm like, I like this one more. Because this one, they're pretty much like the same coverage wise, but this one like looked better underneath my eyes and it didn't crease as fast as the Anastasia one does. It does have kind of like a weird shaped wand, but the coverage is really beautiful. It blends out super nice, but it's not like super matte. It blends out super creamy and easily. I really have been enjoying this one. So this is really nice. And then the last thing that I picked up from Marshalls, I know I need to stop buying mascaras. I don't know why I've bought everything in such excess this year. The only things that I probably have not bought in excess were primers. Everything else I bought in excess, and maybe some lippies because I've decluttered a ton of lippies, but eyeshadow palettes, especially the last 2 months, there's been so many good eyeshadow palettes that have been coming out and so many good releases that I just couldn't resist getting them. So I picked up the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, and this one's in the shade, not the shade. This is the Velvet Noir Mascara. You guys know I'm tired. It's like 12 o'clock right now at night. I can't stay up as late as last night because that would be bad. So anyway, I really have been enjoying this mascara. I've always wanted to try it, but again, I didn't want to pay full price for it. This was like, I think like $10, $12. Not bad, not bad. I really like the wand, and I actually really like the length and volume that this gives me, so I really have been enjoying this one. And if you guys missed out, I'm hoping that Marc Jacobs stuff is still 50% off on their website, but their stuff was 50% off for quite a bit because they are rebranding. So if you guys wanted to pick up anything, now's a great time because everything has been on sale. Okay, and then the last 3 things or 4 things that I picked up. So I ended up exchanging the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. Not mascara. Not mascara, Caitlin. Concealer. And I ended up picking up 2 other concealers, but I ended up picking up drugstore concealers. I just end up liking drugstore why I keep on saying mascaras. Drugstore concealers more. I don't know why. I just do. So I did exchange it for 2 NYX products, and the first one I picked up because of Angelica Nyquist. She constantly raves about this tinted moisturizer, so I ended up picking up the NYX Professional Makeup Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil, and I got it in the shade Pale Light, and I believe that Allie Brienne, my dear friend on YouTube, uses this on a daily basis, and I've always been wanting to try it, but since I picked up quite a few tinted moisturizers and stuff like that this year, like quite a few, I was kind of holding off on trying this one, but then I heard it's getting discontinued, so I did pick up one, and I really, really like this. It's super creamy and moisturizing on the skin. It kind of really reminds me of the Bite Beauty foundation, but without like the thickness. The Bite Beauty foundation is not thick on the skin, but it does have a thicker consistency. This one is super creamy, and it's so nice and lays so beautifully on the skin. And it says, provides fresh face look, evens out skin tone, provides seamless coverage. And I think that all those claims are true. I think it looks gorgeous on the skin. And I've been trying to use other things to not use this all the time because that's how much I really like it. So I did put it away for a little while, and I'm going to whip it out again since, you know, I think I'm probably going to wear it tomorrow because now I've hauled it, so now I can use it a little bit more. So I love that. And then I also picked up the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer because, again, Angelica Nyquist constantly raves about this concealer, about not being only one of her favorite concealers, but one of her, like, top 3 concealers ever. So I was like, okay, I have to try this concealer. And I really like this, too. It provides such beautiful coverage. It's not a light coverage concealer, but it's just, again, so nice and creamy underneath the eyes, even more creamy than the Cover FX one. But again, I really have been liking this one. And it does have a sponge tip applicator, which I do kind of like because I kind of just swipe it underneath my eyes. And I really have been liking this too. It provides really beautiful coverage, super creamy, blends out beautifully. And I got mine in the shade, I believe Fair, like whatever the lightest shade is. The Tinted Skin Veil I got in the lightest shade as well, which is called Pale Light. So again, have been loving both of those. I'm going to put these all back in my drawer because I've been rotating these quite a bit. So that's what I got. I think I got this from Ulta as well. So the last thing, I did pick up those things from Ulta because I exchanged it with the Anastasia concealer. So the last thing I picked up was another one of my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers. You guys know I love this concealer. This is probably my 5th or 6th one at this point, and I just love this concealer so much. I haven't opened it yet though because I'm trying to finish off my e.l.f. hydrating concealer before I open up this guy. So, but this is usually my go-to everyday concealer, and I freaking love it. So I just picked up another backup. And then the last thing that I got was from Target, I believe. But this did dry out on me, so I had to pick up another one. So this is the e.l.f. Wow Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. And I got mine in the shade Neutral Brown, so I just picked up another backup of this. This is like $4, and it's so freaking good. But I completely used up my first one up, so I just decided to pick up a backup because I really like it, and I only use brow gel. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I love you guys. Please let me know what you've picked up this month. And videos will be coming with most of these products. I have a ton of first impressions coming up for everything. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.